Hello and welcome back to Microsoft Build Live. This is Microsoft Build 2019, giving you tons of live coverage of everything that's happened, even some sessions. I have a special guest with me today to talk all about Power BI. Why don't you introduce yourself, my friend?
Sure. My name is Arun Ulag. I'm the general manager of the Power BI engineering team in Redmond. I've been with Microsoft for about 15 years. This is definitely the best job I've had.
So I hear a lot about Power BI. People in the audience probably have heard about Power BI. Why don't you describe what Power BI is and why it's important?
Absolutely. In today's world, data is pretty much coming out of everywhere, not just transactional systems, but also systems of observation and IoT devices, product telemetry, people interacting with each other, etc. And it's really important to be able to get insights from all of these data so that people can make great decisions. We think about Power BI as driving a data culture, where every employee in the organization can make great decisions based on facts, not just opinions. So Power BI allows you to connect to data from pretty much any source, get the data in the shape that you want it to be, and be able to visualize it with stunning visualizations that you can render on the PC, on your mobile phone, in your application, or even from a HoloLens.
So that's pretty amazing, and I feel like that's a lot of problems. Because look, I've built data stuff where I've tried to get a lot of data into a visualization. Obviously, the thing just hangs out for a long time. Is it hard to do this? Like, how can developers start? Like, what does it take to build something like this?
Well, it's really, really easy. And millions of developers are actually taking advantage of Power BI today. So if you look at the usage growth of Power BI, you'll find that it's only been 3.5 years since we launched the product, but you can find that developers everywhere jumping into Power BI, growing usage very, very quickly. It's because it's really, really easy. And you can see that when you look at the Gartner Magic Quadrant for data and analytics, they really recognize Power BI from an ease of use perspective and define it as the clear leader. So I'm going to start off with one example. So this is an application that we built that just showcases how you can provide great analytics within the context of the application itself.
I see.
So what you see here is an application that allows a warehouse to be able to monitor performance of what's actually going on in the warehouse.
I see.
So the user's logging in. You can pretty much log in with Azure Active Directory or any other authentication system that you use. And then on the dashboard that you see here, you see basically the operations of the warehouse. So you can see robots moving around the warehouse in real time. You can see the analytics on the warehouse performance, on how the robots are doing, etc. So I want to start with the end application and then show you what's possible. So you can see here that Power BI allows you to hover on the data. It lets you understand exactly what's going on. It lets you drill into a part of the warehouse that's not doing so well and see the telemetry associated with the robots in that section. And you notice that some of the robots here are marked as red, right? So something's going on with them that is hurting your warehouse operations. So you can very quickly hover on the robot that's red, and from that point, you can actually take corrective action. So here you can actually see that, hey, this robot actually is running low on battery power, so you can say recharge the robot. And when you do that, it warns you that it's going to take the robot offline, and then you'll see that the data updates in real time. It's going ahead and moving the robot to the recharge station, which takes it offline, which tells you that the data basically says it's going to be paused till the robot comes back online. So you can see how compelling the application is, because it not only provides the operational actions that the user wants to take, but it also provides great analytics, and the two are seamlessly blended together.
This is crazy. I mean, this is all Power BI?
So this is a combination of Power BI providing the analytics and the business logic being implemented by the application developer on Azure. And the two are just seamlessly blended together because you want to get the analytics that is pertaining to your application right in the context of the application. So the insights and the actions are combined together in a seamless way. And you as a developer, you're great at building applications.
Sure.
You don't have to be great at building visualizations.
Yeah.
You can outsource that.
I'm terrible at that myself. But it was cool to see the combination of what you could do with Power BI and your own custom stuff. I couldn't even tell what this was. Was this Power BI? Was this an app? It's a combination of both, apparently.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have to, right? As the end user, you're just trying to use the application. As the developer, you can basically say, hey, for my visualizations, for my analytics, I don't have to build it myself. I let the folks at Power BI handle it for me, and Power BI is just another Azure service, right, in this particular case. So you subscribe to Power BI Embedded, you embed that into your application, and you make your code so that the two of them seamlessly work together.
That's amazing. Like I said, by the way, if you want to ask questions, submit them online. I want to make sure we get the questions in. So is this hard to edit? Is there something in Power BI that lets me edit stuff so I can get a feel for what it's like?
Yeah, let me just show you how it works. So one of the things that's been very popular is the Power BI embedded playground, right? So what you see here is it actually allows you to figure out what code you need to write in order to be able to embed Power BI into your application. So in this example, all you see on top is the sample code, and when I run it, you can see that this sample report is what I would choose to embed into my application. So you can see how interactive this report is, how beautifully designed it is. And if I want to be able to embed this, we actually provide you with a sample code that you can literally just cut and paste into your application. And then now this basically becomes a part of your application experience. So on this embedded playground, I'd really encourage you as developers to go check that out, because that's where you can see how Power BI embedded works. You can see how the data, the code that you need to use and embed into your application fits in with your application code itself.
So I think we went super fast on this. This is code that a developer can write to embed Power BI into their own application.
That's exactly right. So the example that I showed you essentially allows you to take that particular report and gives you the code that you would use to embed that report into your application. So the process that a developer would go through is perhaps a three-step process. Okay. The first step is they would build the report that they would want to embed into the application, and the tool they would use for that is Power BI Desktop. Right. Power BI Desktop is completely free. It's super easy to use. You just use that to build your report. The second step is to actually spin up the Azure service, which is Power BI embedded, and then turn it on and assign the capacity you would need in order to be able to bind that to your application. And the third step is to be able to take this sample code and embed that into your application so that your application integrates with the report, which is fully rendered by the Power BI Azure service.
And that's amazing, because if you have like a cloud-native application that's already dumping data into the cloud, you can automatically hook into Power BI, mock up the thing that you want to do in the playground, and literally embed it into your app in a day.
That's right. It's really, really simple. It's way simpler than what you would take to build these kind of analytics yourself. What's even better is that sometimes your customers want to take your application, your report, and they want to be able to customize it.
Sure.
Now, let me just show you how that works. So this example, I'm going to show you a report that you can embed into your application.
Okay.
But it can start from what you provide as a developer, but you can allow customers to be able to tailor the report to their unique needs. So you can see, in this particular case, this developer has opened up the editing experience in Power BI, deleted this table that they don't want to see, and then from that table onwards, they want to be able to replace it with a different visual. And right now, they actually use Power BI's Q&A capabilities to do something as simple as add total units by product. And bam, this editing experience in Power BI, which is completely free to the developer of the application, allows the end user of the application to be able to tailor those insights to their unique needs. Now, these are the kinds of experiences that your customers will really love, but these are not things that you want to do yourself. You just want to lean on Power BI to do that for you.
Yeah, and generally, I would have to learn not only just the schema of the data, but I'd have to learn how to query it, select star, union, join, weirdness. You literally just typed, I just want this thing in a tree map. And it's like, okay, here you go.
There you go. That's exactly right. So it puts enormous power in the hands of the developers. It also puts a lot of power in the hands of the customers of your application. The one other thing I wanted to show you that's really cool, sometimes your customers are using your app from your PC, but sometimes they're using it from a mobile device. So what Power BI lets you do is it lets you create a mobile experience if that's what you want to do. So you can actually choose to differentiate between the experience that customers have on your application when they use it from a PC or the application that they use from the mobile device. And here you can see you can create a mobile-specific view, and then Power BI Embedded will automatically switch based upon the form factor that your customers are coming from. Again, compelling capabilities that you literally get for very little effort because you delegate all of these responsibilities to Power BI. It is just a seamless part of your application.
That's really cool, because then someone could be like, the VP of the so and such, I need this report, I need to see it before or while I'm on the plane, because we have internet on the plane now, and they can literally mock that up, put it into their application with the playground in minutes.
That's right, and their customers can get it out-of-the-box analytics that they can customize and change, and analytics that changes based upon the form factor on which they're using the application.
That's really cool. So who's using this? Do we have customers using this right now?
Absolutely. So one of the customers I wanted to talk about is GE Healthcare. GE Healthcare has over 50,000 employees around the world. They make a lot of this medical imaging equipment, right? So when you go to a doctor and you're on an MRI machine and it's whirring away and taking detailed scans, that's the kind of equipment that GE Healthcare makes. So one of the things that they do is they take Power BI embedded, and then they integrate that into their application itself so that the hospital can optimize its operations based on the patient data that they can get.
That's
and
awesome.
these analytics are just blended into the application. Another example is Nintex. Nintex is a workflow automation company that works on builds products that work very closely with customers' SharePoint implementations. What they've done is they've built a sophisticated set of reports in Power BI that helps their customers get compelling analytics in the application, but also they've provided a data model so that a customer who wants custom analytics can tailor the analytics to their unique needs.
That's cool.
And Nintex really didn't have to do much. All they did was to integrate with Power BI. So we have a wide set of customers across pretty much every industry that's using Power BI. So it's very, very exciting for customers.
So we have about maybe 4 minutes left, and then we'll take a question or two. What are the big areas of investment for Power BI moving forward? 'Cause there's a lot of good work already happening. I can see where you're going with this. But what are we going to do in the future with Power BI?
Absolutely. So there's 3 areas that I wanted to talk about. The first is that we're really helping customers scale to massive data volumes. So with the amount of data that's coming out, it's no longer sufficient to analyze tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of rows. Power BI can now help you analyze trillions of rows of data, working together with other Azure services like Azure SQL Data Warehouse or Azure Databricks. So massive, massive data volumes. So that's one area we're investing in. The second area is we're doing a lot of work with our friends in the Azure Data team. So driving tight integration with Azure Data Lake Storage, doing a lot of work with the data warehousing team, doing a lot of work with Azure Data Factory, et cetera. And the third area of investment is we're really focusing on a lot of our AI capabilities. So we're bringing AI and making it pervasive across the business intelligence space. And we're integrating with Azure Cognitive Services, so you can do things like text analytics, image recognition directly within Power BI. We've integrated with automated machine learning, so you can actually build automated machine learning models in Power BI. And one of the coolest things we introduced recently is AI visualizations that basically use AI algorithms in the background, but to the end user, it's just a visualization. So key drivers visualization that you might have seen in Scott Guthrie's keynote today is one example. But it's been very, very compelling because the purpose of AI is to make analytics easy for the end user and for the customer. So AI really blends into the background, and then it brings out the insights that matter most to customers.
Let me zoom into 2 things. I have about 2 minutes, right? The first is the data size. I used to work for a company that we did visualizations, and we always ran into issues of like, if you have a lot of data, it's going to be hard to visualize. How do we actually make it so that we can visualize trillions of data rows? I mean, it's pretty amazing that you can do that.
It is, and you're exceeding the physical memory capacity of even the large servers that Power BI runs on. And this is where Power BI does something very intelligent. We introduced a new capability called aggregations.
Oh, I see.
So what Power BI does is that most of the time when you're interacting with data, you're trying to interact with data at the aggregate level. You don't know that as the end user. Power BI makes those choices for you. And then when you drill down into a specific record, what was this particular device doing on this day at this particular time, Power BI transparently sends the query back to the underlying data source, which responds to that particular detailed query. But it's one seamless experience for the end user, and for them it's pretty magical because you're able to have interactive analytics over trillions of rows of data.
And this is so amazing because I remember I spoke with a customer like many years ago, and they're like, "Hey, I have 10 million points," and I'm like, "You don't even have 10 million pixels in your screen, so we have to aggregate," and you're doing that intelligently behind the scenes.
Yes, and it's not just about the pixels on the screen. It's definitely that, but it's even more than that because it's about what the data tells you. Like what was sales in California? What was sales in California for this particular product at this particular day? So it's very intelligent in terms of the way it does its calculations, and it takes the aggregate information and makes it immediately available to the end users.
Awesome. And then the last thing I want to talk about in the final minute that we have is it seems like you're using AI to add metadata to your data, so then you can do Power BI over it. Is that essentially what's going on?
It is, but it's only part of the story.
So
if you were working with unstructured data and images, for example, we would run cognitive services, which, by the way, is just included in Power BI Premium, right? And cognitive services would enrich your data and bring the metadata in. So it'll analyze pictures, identify images, etc. So that really makes it easy for the end user to get business value without having to worry about how AI works.
That's amazing. So in the last 30 seconds, how can people get started today if they want to learn more?
All I would say is just go to powerbi.com. You'll find all the information we have. You'll find tutorials. You'll find the embedded playground that I demonstrated before. All of that information is there on powerbi.com. Just go there.
So powerbi.com. This is amazing. Thanks so much for spending some time with us, Arun. I've learned a ton about this stuff. I'm pretty excited. It looks like Are we ready for Christina in the field? Okay, so Christina is out in the field, out and about. Let's go to her and see who she's got.
All right, welcome back to Build Live. We're here at the Washington State Convention Center. I'm joined by Jay Desto, and where are we right now?
We are in the Startup Gallery. So the Startup Gallery is this really amazing space that we have that's right outside the Microsoft Showcase and Partner Zone, and it gives all these different companies an opportunity to show people what they're up to. So it's really awesome to see startups here and wanting to talk about the Azure story. So one of the companies that I think is really cool that's over here is Crate.io. They're building amazing products, and also there's CodeFresh. And one of the great things about CodeFresh is they're all about Azure. All about Azure, yes. I'm going to actually be doing a really awesome tutorial in New York City with Jessica Dean, superstar at DevOps.
She's amazing.
And we'll be talking about how CodeFresh is implementing their product alongside Azure.
Very cool. And actually, speaking of the startups, we have the Microsoft Create Startups Tour, which is happening right now.
So we just had one recently in New York City.
And also in Toronto.
Yes, I'm a New York City native. It was in my neighborhood. And it was so awesome having you all around.
Yeah, it was great.
And meeting all the people that really believe that they can do really awesome things in this kind of ecoverse with Azure. It's so cool. And just being part of it and seeing people like yourself up there and Tim and John. It's been really awesome. And of course, Seth.
Yeah, so what this tour is, you can go to createstartups.io, and it's basically dedicated for startups of all sizes, teaching you how to scale both from your software side and from your business side. And so we're going to be in a bunch of different cities. I think the next one is going to be in Paris.
Yeah.
And so if it's in one of your cities, you should definitely come check that out.
Yes.
That's actually a good transition, though, right?
Oh, yes.
We've got an event coming up this week, right?
So one of the things that I really believe in my career is not only giving community a place to meet, but helping them tell their stories, and then also being part of giving them good ideas. So there is a great event on Thursday here at Galvanize in Seattle. It's called Bits of Build, and it is a community event that I know you'll be at.
I definitely
I'll
will.
be at. Chloe Condon and a bunch of other, Chris Noring, a bunch of other different members of our advocacy team. We're all coming together, and we want to talk to you about the best ways to really look at your career and the ecoverse that you're working within. Maybe if you want to learn more about diversity in technology, there's going to be talks on that. I've got kind of a funny story where I'm going to talk about recovering from failure.
Yeah.
I had something really awful happen to me at a talk not too long ago, and I thought about it. And it's amazing how we all find ways to recover from failure, whether it's a system breaking or breaking up in a relationship with another person. It's always amazing how we sometimes don't take that failure recovery as serious as we should. So I'm going to talk to people about that, and I'm going to give you one little hint. I really like The Sopranos, and I got in a huge Sopranos mood when I was making the deck. So there's a bunch of ridiculous Sopranos gifts in it, and I'm kind of proud of it.
I'm proud of that too. I can't wait to see to check that out. And no, but you bring up a good point. I mean, especially since we're kind of in the startups area, it's good to be able to learn from setbacks that might happen, because a lot of things happen, whether it's in your career as a developer, if you're getting started. It's good to know to learn from those things and to be able to admit it and talk about it. So I'm really glad that you're going to be talking about recovering from failure. That's great.
Some of the biggest lessons that I've learned in technology in my career came from situations that really bad stuff happened. Like I worked at BuzzFeed years ago. We had a dress we talked about it before. Nobody could tell the color, and all these things.
It was blue and black.
Yes, or black and gold, or whatever your eyes seem to have known. Those cones in there. But what was really interesting is that one of the biggest moments of failure, if you will, taught me so much about scale, and those are the things I really want to talk to people about. And speaking of scale,
yes,
because we're at a giant scale. It's amazing how big a scale this event is, and how much we're doing things for developers. If you haven't had a chance, around the floor, we've got some really amazing booths for all these different types of languages. So Golang, there's a booth.
Yeah.
There's a booth for Python. There's a booth for JavaScript and TypeScript. It's just so cool to see that these communities, because you have to remember, community drives this language adoption.
Yes.
So to see these communities really have a place that says, we're here for you and we're going to talk about how we're doing this on Azure, to me, it's really awesome to see.
So there's been a lot of stuff. This is just day one of Microsoft Build. We have 2 more days of content, but what have you seen so far that's really impressed you?
So the things that really impressed me, I mean, the keynote this morning where I saw all that AR stuff built into Teams, I was like, wow, did Teams become The Sims? I mean, it was so amazing to be able to see someone have a meeting and say, you know what, let's take the items and let's put them here, and we can, virtually modify or look or change. And to me, I think that that's going to improve how, teams of developers or designers or businesses in general are able to build and not only build, but also collaborate on how they build.
Yeah, well, and I think it works. I mean, Teams is great. You mentioned that. I think whether you are in the same office or if you're like our team, which is remote, it's really good because, the remote work is kind of having a moment right now. And there's been a lot of resurgence of people wanting to work from different places and not have to be based where the company might be based. Or maybe you have lots of different offices. And so I think the more we can do to help that collaboration feel like you're in the same place, whether, you're in New York, I'm in Seattle, but yet using different collaborative tools, we can feel closer together.
Yes, the future of work is at home. And that's what I really believe. Like, while we all know that there are wonderful offices to spend time together, and I know that's important for many companies, there are people who don't necessarily have the ability to go out to these major cities.
Yeah.
Maybe you live in a smaller city and you're comfortable there and you want to work. And that's the great thing about programs like Teams and methods to communicate. We've given a little bit of an edge to the remote worker now. It used to be the remote worker was kind of left in the background, but nowadays with all these products, you're right in the front with everyone else.
Speaking of Edge, that's a good segue. What do you think of the new Microsoft Edge that's been in preview? Based on Chromium?
I'm an iPhone user, and so to have a browser experience between my Mac, my phone, and anything else I use with Edge is just going to be really important to me. It's great to have a choice.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at the cloud. The cloud in general, you have choices, and it's up to you as the developer or the engineer or the business decision maker to make the right choice. And sometimes those choices come from different companies, and we happen to be the old choice coming back and making it new again. And I think that's amazing. You think about, what has it been, like 20 years of experience producing browsers. So the fact that they're going to go ahead. 25, yeah. So the fact that Microsoft is taking all this existing knowledge of what was wrong with old versions of browsers, things that didn't work right, and say, you know what, let's take Chromium, let's build this, and let's build from the ground up and make it the kind of browser that we feel our users want. And to me, I think that's important. I'm not going to lie. I was a Linux user for a really long time. And as a Linux user, you don't necessarily, you weren't always up to speed with what was going on with Windows.
Right.
But now as not only that I work in Microsoft, but just what Microsoft has done with the technologies to implement both Linux as a part, like the fact that WSL, they announced today that you're going to get a full real Linux kernel.
Oh, I love this. I was going to say, if you told 17-year-old Christina that Windows was going to be shipping with a Linux kernel, I would have laughed. But new Microsoft, baby.
Yeah, the new Microsoft is all about making it easier for you. It's not about, what products do we throw your way. No. What products are going to be right for our users? And we keep building them and improving them. And I think one of the best parts is just being a part of this.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking for a job, this is a really cool place to work. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, being part of Microsoft and seeing the growth has been just amazing. And not only that, but being around people like yourself, I feel so lucky. people like you and everyone else at the Microsoft, we've all come together, and we just want to make the people on the other side of this camera and all over the room make it work.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you, Jay, for talking to me. And if you're interested in coming to our Community Day event here in Seattle on Thursday, bitsofbuild.splashthat.com.
Yep, bitsofbuild.splashthat.com. We'll see you.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.